Welcome students. Today we will start with class 6, chapter 3, the Mesopotamian civilization, part 2. Objectives. In today's session we will learn about what was Hammurabi's legal code, what was the nature of the Mesopotamian religion, what were the achievements of the Mesopotamians, how the Mesopotamian civilization came to an end. One of the most famous rulers of Babylon was Hammurabi. He established the Babylonian Empire. He came to power in 1792 BCE. He was well known for his legal codes, means system of law. The code consisted of 282 laws dealing with theft, murder, cheating, etc. He also informed people about various actions that were considered as crime. It shows how Hammurabi tried to protect the poor people against oppression and how he believed that some laws were so basic that even a king could not change them. One law of Hammurabi says, if a man put out the eye of another man, his eye shall be put out. Later on, historians summarizes Hammurabi's code with the phrase, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. This means whoever commits an injury should be punished in the same manner as that injury. Different punishments were prescribed for people of different classes. This shows that even 4000 years ago, law played a very important role in Mesopotamian society. Our next topic is religion, myth and rituals. Religion had a great influence over the Mesopotamian way of life. The early Sumerians worshipped nature. They believed in many gods and goddesses. Some of the gods worshipped by the Mesopotamians were An, the god of heaven, Enlil, the god of air, Enki, the god of water and earth, and Marduk, the god of light. In the Mesopotamian civilization, each city had its own patron god to whom the city belonged. The ziggurat contained images of the gods which were bathed, clothed, and fed every day by the priest. The king, as God's chief representative on earth, they had to visit the temple regularly and look after it so that the gods in turn would look after the community. The Mesopotamians, they also believed in life after death. When somebody died, they used to put food and other things that the person used in everyday life in the grave. Now we will discuss about the achievements of the Mesopotamians. It is said that the achievements of the Mesopotamian civilization laid the foundations on which much of modern civilization was built. Now one by one we will discuss all the achievements here. First we will discuss about the wheel. It was the Mesopotamians who built the first known wheeled cart. The solid wheel they made was the greatest mechanical invention of all time. Apart from farming and transport, wheels were used for war chariots also. Then next achievement was in pottery. The potter's wheel was first used in Mesopotamia. Earlier, pottery was made by hand. The Mesopotamians later on developed the art of firing bricks in kilns to make them more stronger and more durable. Next achievement, here comes use of metals. The people of the Mesopotamian civilization used copper, bronze and gold to make vessels, tools and ornaments. And they were the first to use iron for making weapons. Next achievement of the Mesopotamians was in the field of writing. The Mesopotamians of Sumer were the first to develop the art of writing around 3000 BCE, known as cuneiform. The word cuneiform had been derived from the two words cunis meaning wedge and form meaning shape. Since paper or pen had not yet been invented, they used river reeds to make wedge-shaped markings on clay tablets which they later dried in sun or kilns. Initially means in starting, simple pictures or we can say pictograms were used to denote objects. For example, if they want to denote a person, the symbol they used was the picture of a head. Their script was written from right to left. They had developed around 350 signs to denote different things. As the time passed, the Mesopotamians felt the need to express sounds and ideas, and in this way, the script became alphabetic in character. But only a few people were able to learn it. Those who were able to do so came to be known as scribes or writers, and they used to. Next achievement of the Mesopotamians was in the field of astronomy and mathematics. In the field of astronomy, they give definite name to stars and planets. They could even foretell the dates and timing of the eclipses. Each important city of Mesopotamia had its own observatory for the study of heavenly bodies or celestial bodies. They divided the sky into 12 parts and gave each of them a particular name. Each part was identified by a constellation named after zodiacs such as Leo and Aries. They also developed the lunar calendar based on the movements of the moon, having 12 months in a year consisting of 30 days in each month. Day and night were divided into two equal halves consisting of 12 hours each. Nowadays, we use a solar calendar where every year has 365 days. The lunar calendar devised by the Mesopotamians was shorter by 11 days. They had to add an extra month every 2 or 3 years to make up for the variations in the movements of the moon. They also possessed great knowledge in the field of mathematics. 60 was an important unit in their system of numerals. They were the first to divide the day into 24 hours. Then they divided each hour into 60 minutes and a minute into 60 seconds. The contribution of the Mesopotamian civilization can be summed up as follows. The Sumerians were the world's first traders. They knew the use of money and devised the system of weights and measures. They were the first to develop the art of writing. They introduced architectural structures like arch, column and domes. They were the first to make an extensive use of wheel. They were also the first to give to the world a set of codified laws. Their knowledge in the field of astronomy and mathematics is also praiseworthy. Now here comes the last topic, the decline of the Mesopotamian civilization. Historians have given several reasons for the decline of this civilization. One by one we will discuss all the reasons here. The first reason given by the historians is the invasions or attacks by various foreign tribes like the Persians, Greeks, Armenians and pre-Islamic Arabs, which led to the destruction of the civilization. Secondly, the growth of more powerful city-states led to continuous war among them, leading to unhealthy rivalry or competition which further disturbed the peace of the civilization. Thirdly, the wind and sandstorms due to change in climatic conditions eroded or we can say destroyed the famous buildings and monuments of the civilization, further leading to the destruction of this civilization. Lastly, the sudden change in course of the river Euphrates led to the gradual drying up of the land, leading to the destruction of agriculture, which further led to the movement of people from that area to another area.